and all that, where even the chairman of Cosase was on the pinpoint of getting in there. Also, the Prime Minister to the country, Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, was part of this particular commission. Here's what we got for you yesterday from Cosase.
Person of the committee, Honorable Joel Sonyonyi, tasked the former Minister of Lands, Honorable Beti Kamya, to provide the explanation on the 10.6 billion supplementary budget that did not benefit the real beneficiaries, as slated general report.
Specifically, we wanted to start with the supplementary budget of 10.6 billion shillings, which the Auditor General calls here as irregular. Irregular for a couple of reasons. One, we understand that some of the beneficiaries herein should not have been beneficiaries. Number two, that this supplementary was not initiated by Uganda Land Commission. It was initiated by you, Madam IGG, as the Minister, against the law, because the Public Finance Management Act provides that a supplementary is initiated, the request is initiated by the entity to say, look, we have this challenge, we need such and such an amount of money, which they then submit to you as Minister. And then you submit to the Minister of Finance. But for this particular one, that did not happen. We had the entire team of commissioners here, including the chairperson, and they all, in chorus, in unison, said they did not initiate this supplementary. It was by you, Madam IDD, as Minister of Lands back then.
In the former Lands Minister's response, Honorable Beti Kamya said that she did not initiate the supplementary budget, but instead wrote to the Minister of Finance asking for funds for compensation of the squatters.
What I did was to write a letter, a copy of which is here, to the Minister of Finance asking him to provide funds to the Uganda Land Commission to settle some budget funds. That is the letter I wrote. Whether he provided them in the form of a supplementary or a budget item or the timing or when, I cannot say. I just raised the Minister of Finance and I said, please provide funds to the Uganda Land Commission to settle compensation for some land acquired by government to ease tension between landowners and squatters.
Kamya further says that she requested for the funds because the President of Uganda, His Excellency Kaguta Museveni, had promised to buy land for the community and it was her duty to follow up.
That was the time of Labour Church and Lusanja Church. And there are two issues going on at the same time. The issue of the Labour Church and Lusanja, those are for compulsory acquisition of land. And that is managed under the Ministry of Lands. And so I was asking for two sets of funds. One for compulsory acquisition of Labour land. So because the President had promised that we'll buy this land from that gentleman and donate it to the community to build their church. And the honorable members will remember the pain during the Lusanja people. And that's, so I copied, I wrote that letter as well. And and copied the PS. When the PS, who is the accounting officer, got a copy of the letter, she initiated because she's the accounting officer.
In the report, she was asked whether there was due diligence to show those that were paid and those not paid.
The Finance Minister to say avail these funds. Did you do due diligence to be sure these people deserve payment, that there are no post claimants? Because there's been concerns, and now even referring to the report of the ad hoc committee. They raised concern about some of the beneficiaries. there's a one Tuaha Luakana who was meant to be paid 1.17 billion. He was instead paid 1.2 billion. But then the request was put in for payment for him, and yet he had already been paid. If anything, he was paid over and above. As opposed to 1.17 billion, he was paid 1.2 billion. But even after being paid, a request was put as if he had not been paid.
Honorable Beti Kamya put record straight to the committee that they were paid, and if it means to be summoned to the committee, she was ready to provide evidence.
They received 4 installments. One installment of 500 million, another installment of 200 million, another installment 200 million, and a 4th installment 150 million. According to Uganda, that is all they know. That left a balance of 125 million. And that is according to what Uganda said they received. But in there can be some harmonization of records, which I'm sure the Committee of Parliament did. But this is the record that Uganda can be invited to, so that this is all they know that they received.
When she was asked whether they were on the same page with the Uganda Land Commission on this matter of initiating the supplementary budget, she says they knew, but the former chair of the Land Commission disagrees.
For this land to Mr. Mukisa and acknowledging a balance of 1.4 billion. And this one was signed by the Uganda Commission had paid a deposit or advance, whatever, a down payment of 50 billion for this person. So there was some communication between us and the Uganda Land Commission through the accounting officer who was the secretary to them.
I wish to reiterate the stance of Uganda Land Commission. We didn't initiate the 10.6 billion as a supplementary budget, and I did write to the speaker then distancing ourselves from that supplementary budget, and even when we sat as a committee, I did pass on some documents where we said that we were not part of it.
Right, now that is an ongoing situation as Cosase is still trying to review the cases of land and the Uganda Land Commission Woes as they are happening. So yesterday, the IGG, Inspector General of Government, Beti Kamya, had to appear before the committee to at least give a report on cases concerning dealing with the Uganda Land Commission as before she actually switched office to the IGG as she was still under the Uganda Land Commission. Well, and according to situations coming in, the allegations that she messed up somewhere, and the allegations are the mess is of 10 billion Ugandan shillings, which she has to give accountability to. Okay, now switching off to the next report. This time on, we are going to look at savings circles. The Uganda Saving Cooperative